So tomorrow I'm planning on planting my garlic and my onions and some carrots. And I was just checking out where I'm going to plant everything because I'm still trying to decide that. But I came over here and I realised that looks like garlic growing. So I pulled a clump out and yep. So what I'll do, there's some I left behind accidentally. But what I'll do is I'll replant all these bulbs because looks like I've got a ton of garlic already. And I think this has helped me make up my mind. I'm going to grab all these out, spread them out, like space them out. And I'm going to plant these now. And then tomorrow I'll come back when I've split my other bulbs and plant them in here. Usually I plant all my garlic in one day. But as you'll see, this time around it took me a few days to do because I had to try and fit in little bits and pieces of time to be able to plant it all. Yeah, so I was not expecting that at all because look, whoops a daisy, look how much garlic I've got to replant from what was already there. And there could be more hiding, I'm not sure. So I'll get a little tray and separate that carefully and then hopefully tonight or tomorrow I can get that replanted. But there might be even more that pops up here because I did put some in here and I forgot about it and it died off in the ground. And I didn't know that if you left garlic in the ground, it would just come back. I thought it would honestly rot. And look, here's more. Wonder how many more's in here. I'll show you what happens. You be careful to get it out because you've got to remember there's a whole bulb in there and some are sprouting and some aren't yet. So, put me a little trowel in there and loosening it. I'm sorry for the bad videoing right now, but I'm doing it one-handed because I was not expecting to record right now. But look, ta-da! Wow. I also know that this was the elephant garlic bed last year and I can already see some elephant garlic popping up. So I'm not sure how much is going to come up in there. So that's going to be a bit tricky. So I don't know what I'm going to plant in there now. But I'm pretty sure I got most of the garlic, well, all the garlic out of these two. And I'm wanting to plant the onions and carrots in these two beds. But if some garlic pops up around that, that's okay. It'll be fine. Yo, it's got bitten by a freaking bee. Stung. Me toe. I'm not allergic, but I don't like killing bees. I hope it's a bee and not a wasp. The next day, but I've been inside separating the garlic that I've bought as seed and also some garlic that I saved from last year. And I just removed all the sugarcane from last season because I'm actually going to spread that over this bed, and I actually want to put some fresh stuff down here because it's going to be pretty thick. But raked it over so it's a little bit more even, still uneven. But what I'm going to do next is actually just put the watering system on and give it a good water before I plant the garlic. So it's currently really early in the morning and everyone's in bed, so I thought I'll come out and sort this bowl of garlic out before I plant it. But I just want to show you, look at some of the sizes of these. Hang on, where is he? Look at that. And it's just interesting to see. Oh no, that may not work. I'll give it a go anyway. But it's just interesting to see how garlic grows just on its own. See, it's developed a little root system. And there's a shoot coming out. But they're going to be huge. And these ones, I've separated into 2 piles because due to how I'm going to mulch as well. But these ones are tiny. Some of the cloves. But regardless of, they always say grow the big ones, chuck away the smaller ones, or eat them, I mean. But I still like growing some small ones too. I don't mind. They're so beautiful and healthy. All that garlic that, you know, I forgot about had fallen off in. Leaves had dried and come off in the garden, and then I didn't know where the garlic was because I've left it too late to harvest. So that's what all this is. And there still could be more out there, but it doesn't matter. I'll know what it is when it pops up because it will come up in a clump like these have. And I'll do the same thing. I'll just pull them up and replant them. But yeah, cool. So I've just finished planting out all that. I've spaced it a bit further apart than I usually do because, yeah, that might be part of my problem that I have in this bed. But I've still got all that left. Where am I going to plant it? Thinking. So we've got a storm coming and a fair bit of rain apparently today and tomorrow. But Brian has amended the beds for me and added some, I think, mushroom mulch. No, it's different types of manure anyway. So they're in these 3 beds for me. However, I still have my elephant garlic to plant, and I'm going to put it in here because I know there's already elephant garlic coming up. So I'll get that in before it rains. So there wasn't a heap of elephant garlic, but what I've quickly done, because I'm time limited, is I've done this half. I've chucked a quick little bit of mulch on there, sugarcane mulch, just so I know I've done from that side over, because that side I'm going to plant a heap of beetroot in a couple of days. But I've just got to mulch another bed. I didn't water that before I put the mulch down. I always water it before, and I forgot until I was halfway through it. So, even though we're going to get a fair bit of rain, I'm going to give this a quick water because that'll help the rain seep through the mulch better. But yeah, I've given that a quick water. That's all in and mulched, and look. cabbage moth. I'm so glad I have not put cabbage in yet, or I may not be. Yeah, and Brian spread that out for me. That's ready to plant in. And this is almost ready to plant in, except this side hasn't been done. But yeah, Noel needs a good water. Just while I'm watering this, I realised how low that's fallen. How low that's dropped. And so all I'll do with that is add maybe just a little bit of compost and then a lot more mulch, because the mulch will break down and that helps everything grow anyway. But this rhubarb needs a trim back again. Trying to make some more rhubarb up for the family. Yeah, I'm just doing a hand water. This has got nothing in there at the moment, but hey, that needs to be spread. Oh shit. Okay, hose link. If you ever see one of my videos and want to sponsor me, I would so love to be sponsored. I dream of having a hose link reel and hose, so I don't have this happen all the time. And this, where it just drips and they get shit. This is sneaky. Brian always goes crook because he loses his tools. Someone's got to have taken them. But look, these were all in one little part of the garden. Well, in that vicinity. Oh dear. Mind you, speaking of which, I nearly left this outside. But these tools are brilliant. You can leave them in the garden for years. They won't rust because they're damn awesome and very strong. I need to put a link in my description for those who haven't seen these before. They're a really cool little investment. They're really not that expensive, particularly for what they are. But yeah, you'll see a lot of gardeners using these. And there's another part to that set. I think the other two bits are in the box. Now what I'm struggling with is I've still got all this garlic, and I've got plenty inside to put in the freezer still. And I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm not sure whether I plant it somewhere and sacrifice that bit of garden space or what to do. That's all coming out. This is in the process of coming out. So all I've got left at the moment, them 3 little beds and this. But the problem I have is I've got this space at the moment and you can't plant garlic and peas together. However, I think my pea seeds are probably stuffed because they've been in the hothouse in heat. They're really old seeds anyway. I'm happy to sacrifice peas this year, but garlic will not be ready until about December. And by then, I need to be planting my springtime seedlings. So, decisions. I may fit it in this bed, with leaving some room for probably tomatoes, I'm thinking. Okay, I've got all that left still, but that's full, and that's all full. And I don't want to plant any garlic over there because it had some weed problem that I need to deal with before I'm going to do like a cover crop in there this year, or this season. But I'll have to see if anyone else wants to plant some garlic, because I've got plenty to give away.